Hello, welcome to another Things That Spark Joy video, or as I sometimes call it, my favourite things. So here's one of my favourite things, the Essential Meditations deck, 50 exercises to focus the mind. I'm not sure if this deck is still available, but I found a lot of usage for this deck. It comes with this nice hard card shell. It's pretty thick, does the job. Inside you have, if you can call it that, an instruction manual which gives you some basic considerations for using the deck, and then we have the deck itself. In this video I'm not going to do a slow flip through. I just want to give you an overview of the sort of artwork used in the deck. Let me know in the comments section if anybody would like me to do a slow flip through in a later video. Did I say a slow slip through? I meant a slow flip through as opposed to a flow slip through. Yeah. So you can see on one side we have all the artwork. There you go. And then on the other side, we have the actual meditation. Like this. So, what I wanted to talk about in this video is how, I suppose in the last couple of weeks, I've been working quite extensively with meditation, I suppose, on letting go, and I'm finding it to be one of the most powerful types of meditation you can do. There's different ways of doing it, but the whole point is to just let go. Sounds easy, doesn't it? But it's quite a lot of work. But once you do master it in some ways, I find it's actually fairly easy to enter into a state of letting go physically, and that can help with a whole load of things. So I was looking through the deck to find a card I think that I most associate with letting go, and it's this card. It's got that classic image of someone just in a boat going with the flow of the river, and you can see they're not using the oars, and the card's called Release Your Control. So there's a little meditation there about releasing your control. And the more I thought about this card and the more I thought about letting go, I was also minded to some reading I've been doing over the last couple of weeks concerning positive psychology, humanist psychology, however you want to think about it. And in the podcasts I'm listening to, I do get the impression that there is this, I don't know quite the best way to think about it or word it, but it's really around the concept of hope and how you manage hope. And the point is, if you reach a point where you're hoping too much and you haven't prepared yourself for a possible setback, that can create problems. So in the rest of this video I'm going to read some sections from this book called Everyday Zen by Charlotte Joko Beck, and you can see this is quite well loved as well. It's getting a bit dog-eared here. And as I was going through this book, because I remember there being an article in here on the concept of no hope, which is in some ways the other extreme, but I'd noticed that I'd marked up with pencil certain areas of the text, which means I must have used this as a reading in a talk, or maybe as a reading to an introduction to a meditation when I belonged to a meditation group many years ago. So I thought it'd be fun, seeing as I'm talking about meditation decks and talking about cards within that meditation decks about releasing your control and everything else causally that seems to be crossing my path in the last month or so. It would be good to reflect on the concept of no hope. Now, I accept that reflecting on no hope is not everybody's thing. So if you want to stop the video now and just end with a nice image, then that's fantastic. Yep, go ahead, do that, because no hope is not everybody's thing. But if you want to carry on and hear me read out some sections from the part of the book that deals with the concept of no hope, then view on or listen on. So here we go. So today what I want to talk about is having no hope. Sounds terrible, doesn't it? Actually, it's not terrible at all. A life lived with no hope is a peaceful, joyous, compassionate life. As long as we identify with this mind and body, and we all do, we hope for things that we think will take care of them. We hope for success. We hope for health. We hope for enlightenment. We have all sorts of things we hope for. All hope, of course, is about sizing up the past and projecting it into the future. Anyone who sits for any length of time sees that there is no past and no future except in our mind. There is nothing but self, and self always is here, present. It's not hidden. We're racing around like mad, trying to find something called self, this wonderful hidden self. Where is it hidden? We hope for something that's going to take care of this little self because we don't realise that already we are self. There's nothing around us that is not self. What are we looking for? And in a later section it goes on. But we are usually living in vain hope for something or someone that will make my life easier, more pleasant. We spend most of our time trying to set life up in a way so that will be true. When, contrary-wise, the joy of our life is just in totally doing and just bearing what must be borne. In just doing what has to be done. It's not even what has to be done. It's there to be done, so we do it. I can remember when I used to daydream literally 4 or 5 hours at a time. And now, sadly, I see so many people dreaming their lives away. We spend a lot of time looking for something called the truth. And there is no such thing except in each second, each activity in our life. But our vain hope for a resting place somewhere makes us ignorant and unappreciative of what is here right now. Nothing is wrong with dreams and fantasies. Just don't hold on to them. See their unreality and turn away. Stay with the only thing that's real, the experience of breath and the body and the environment. Now, none of us wants to abandon our hope. And to be honest, none of us is going to abandon it all at once. But we can have periods when for a few minutes or a few hours, there is just what is, just this flow. And we are more in touch with the only thing we'll ever have, which is our life. Thanks once again for watching and listening. I'll catch you in the next video. Be well and bye for now.